W7, we are live at Waukesha North for tonight's Classic 8 matchup between North and Mukwonago. Gary Ripperman, Mallory Liebel, head coach, Brookfield Central, joining us. Coach, welcome. Game night. And we're going to get, there you go. There we go. Get you unmuted. We're going to do national anthem, start the lineups, so get started, and we'll be back with the game. You're watching W7 Live.
Waukesha North High School, Mukwonago High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation to support the participants and officials. Profanity, racial, sexist, ethnic comments, or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. So please enjoy the game in a positive manner, and good luck to Waukesha North and Mukwonago High School. And now, the starting lineups. First,
thank you.
Visitors from Mukwonago. At guard, a sophomore, number 4, Bela Strandley. A forward and a senior, number 20, Sarah Pavlet. A guard and a senior, number 22, Angie Sira. A guard and a junior, number 23, Mara McAdams. And a guard and a senior, number 33, Drew Henning. Mukwonago is coached by Rick Kolinsky. And now, the starting lineup for your Waukesha North Stars. At wing, a junior, number 1, Bella junior, number 2, Olivia Osborne to play basketball. At wing, a junior, number 4, Erica Saru. At wing, a sophomore, number 11, Sydney Faye. Junior, number 21, Kelly McIntyre. And now let's hear it from the best 6th man in all the land. North Star superfans, make some noise. Waukesha North is coached by Michael Goodman, assisted by Jake Soweek.
My headset broke, Coach.
Uh-oh.
You know, I tell you what. I'm going to switch headsets. Hang on a second. Well, bad luck. I had a spare, so you're stuck with me for the game after all. Thought you were going to get off.
I thought I was going to do it all
Thought
by
you were
myself.
getting off the hook, didn't you?
Yep.
No such luck.
Thought it was going to be me.
Just underway, no score. And since we're at North, we get the scoreboard at half court for y'all, so you can
There we go.
see it from there, maybe. If not, we'll keep you posted on the score. Gary Whipperman, Mallory Liebel, Happy New Year, first and foremost. Everybody, Coach, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
Three-point shot is no good. No score. 16:45 to go first half. Osborne from the corner. No good. Rebound. Pavletic.
Oh, you can't let
Nice
that
pass
happen.
ahead to Sira. And one. Angie Sira and the foul. Well, probably not the start you want. I mean, you know, Angie having a great senior year, her and Drew both. I mean, certainly the two to watch for Mukwonago today, Angie Sira and Drew Henning. And full disclosure, Coach, let's get this out right away. I mean, you got a good relationship with Drew, having coached her for several years in the club program.
Yeah, I love Drew. She's great. I texted her today. I told her I'd be here, and I said that I expected 30 points and 20 rebounds from her. So
that's reserved for
see what
Supergirl,
happens.
Coach. That's
We'll see what
that
happens.
Supergirl range there.
Nothing like setting high expectations.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, Anna Morteg's blowing out all expectations this year. Holy smokes, is that kid playing ball?
Yeah, she's.
Well, you got to be so proud.
I'm very proud of her. She's really stepped up this year, and you know I always knew that she was capable of
question.
playing that way, and she has before, but she's doing it more consistently this year, and it's just really, really great to see. Very proud of her.
Well, great kid, and yes, she's a great athlete, but she works hard, and glad to see the hard work paying off, and trust in the process, right? It's what it's all about for these kids. Trust the process.
Yep, for sure.
4-0 Mukwonago inside to McIntyre. Out sweet for three. No good. Rebound. Pavletic again. That's two quick rebounds for Sarah.
Yikes.
Over the back on Bella De Leon.
North is getting some good looks. They're just not falling right now. But even if you just get one of those threes to fall, they're doing a good job, though, moving the ball. They had that turnover. But Mukwonago is trapping hard in that corner, and probably got to keep the ball away from that corner. But
pass inside Pavletic.
Travel.
No good. Well, you're picking on Sarah tonight. That's like twice you've called her for a travel now.
Well, it definitely was down here, but they called
What's
a foul.
What'd she ever do to you?
But they called a foul.
Oh, okay. Kelly McIntyre. K-Mac, as we call her.
There you go. Yep, see, they're just struggling
Turnover.
with the ball security right now. That might be 4 turnovers. And
that was Sydney Fink. Shot no good. That was for Strandley, Bela Strandley. New name on this team this year. Nice pass to McIntyre from Osborne.
There you go.
Kelly McIntyre for 2.
Yeah, I'm trying to grasp my surroundings here with new teams and new good shot.
Well, big shout out to our buddy Megan Miller, head volleyball coach at Waukesha North. She hasn't been able to come to a basketball game this year, but was able to tune in tonight and watch from home with the little ones. So, Coach, good to hear from you. Hope things are well, and volleyball will be here probably not a day too soon for you, I bet. 7-2. Oh, she is all in on North volleyball. I tell you what, she does a great job here. They're really lucky to have her.
Yeah, she's. I know you.
And the kids
spoken
adore
very
her.
highly of her, and never met her, but I've seen what she does, and it's great.
Just lives volleyball. I'll tell you what, she puts everything into those kids for sure. 0 on the last 3. It's 7-2. First free throw in and good. Angie Sira. 5'10 senior, UW Milwaukee commit. Going to go play with Sis next year for 1 year anyway. Bree will be the senior next year.
Wow. Can't believe she'll be a senior
I know
already.
it.
Jeez.
Angie hits them both on a quick timeout for North. It's 9-2 in favor of Mukwonago. We're going to take a quick break and come back. You are watching W7 Live. W7 back live. It is 9-2 in favor of Mukwonago. 14:23 to go first half. McAdams on the steal. Feed to Sierra. Up and under. No good. Rebound North.
She's so good, though, at getting the ball to the basket in transition and just getting there. And, I mean, a lot of times she finishes that. That's a good shot for her. That's a really good look.
Osborne to Bella De Leon in the corner. Now McIntyre, no good on the shot.
Good D
Kick
there
out.
by just walling up.
Erica Sweet, no good. And out of bounds, Mukwonago ball. Well, Erica has a history coach last year on W7. She lights out from 3 when we're there, so I'm hoping that she's going to light them up tonight. I'd like to see her. She has not had the year that she had last year, but a lot of talent there, and I think there's some confidence issues with this team right now. They're 1-7, but that record is so deceiving because if you look at the results, every game is 3 points, 5 points, 2 points. They're in every game.
Yeah,
And
obviously they're playing hard
happens.
and battling, and sometimes it's about, just that one or two plays that you just have to be able to execute. And there's only so much as a coach you can do to teach your kids and get them, to play. And obviously Coach Goodman's doing a good job of getting them to work hard and play hard. And now kids got to be able to execute.
Well, and they lost 6 seniors. I mean,
it's hard, and it takes a while, and they just have to dig in
and the argument is,
continue to work.
hey, those kids weren't the leading scorers. They weren't even the best players as far as ability goes, and that's probably true. But you know better than anybody else, Coach. I mean, you take a Grace Rudak out, take a Emma Tishoni out, take a
makes a
Kaylee
big difference.
Tishoni. I mean,
Yep.
any of those kids
Yep.
when they graduated, that hurts the team. It's hard. You don't just replace that. When it walks out the door, it takes time.
Yeah, it definitely takes time, and it just takes, sometimes when you have role players, they're not necessarily your top scorers, but you take away role players and you take away those pieces that probably, glued your team together, and it's hard to replace them. People don't necessarily understand that.
And they didn't score a lot of points, but he had some really big personalities and some really strong leadership. I mean, Emma Lassier and Cassie Wahersky and even Liz Sweet. So Liz probably averaged 1.2 points per game, but we got a front row seat with North last year because Drew did the documentary with them. And every game she's talking in those kids' ears and reinforcing what the coaches are saying, and even Kiera Ramirez. I mean,
Yep.
all those kids.
Yep.
You take those voices away, things change, and I think people got to be realistic here. When you lose 6 kids, that it's going to be an adjustment.
Absolutely, it's totally different.
Osborne down in the corner. That is 14 Ashley Davies. And that's going to be knocked away by Stranley. She's really quick. Bela is, or Kleppel, I beg your pardon. It's Izzy Kleppel. Is a senior on this team, good buddy at W7. I told Iz she owes me a 3 tonight, so we'll see if she's. I told her I'm collecting tonight.
I
so
coached
it's going to
Izzy
happen.
also.
I love Izzy.
She's such a great kid. Doesn't get
is.
better than
Always
Izzy.
smiling,
Yep.
always happy, just
So
a happy-go-lucky
nice,
kid.
Yep, she works hard,
Yep.
and I'm so happy to see her. She's getting minutes this year, and
Can't believe she's a senior. My
Yeah.
gosh,
I know,
I feel like I'm getting super old, Coach. These
You
kids are
are.
growing up so fast, and oh my gosh, I'm saying what my grandparents used to say, for heaven's sake. 11-4. And we're going to have a foul on the floor.
Foul number 13 for Mukwonago,
Hannah Pampooch on the foul.
second team foul.
And Mukwonago adjusting as well. I mean, you lose Natalie Anderson, you lose Grace Beyer. I mean, those are some pretty big names.
yeah, that's a lot of scoring.
Out of bounds.
But the nice thing for Mukwonago is you talk about the scoring you lose and you talk about the players that you lose, but then look at the kids you still have. I mean, you've got a Division II player who's playing her best basketball in Drew.
Yes.
And then you've got Angie, who's going D1, has been committed to play D1 for years. So it's not bad, quote-unquote replacements, and it's nice that they're able to get their touches and whatever. They've been such great not role players, but team players
Yes.
the last couple of years.
Nice look. Quick shot up and in. Ashley Fink.
Those two were a really big part of the last couple of years' success, and now it's kind of their time to lead the team.
11-6 in favor of Mukwonago. 11:20 to go in the first half.
There you go. North got a got a basket there, they got to score, and then they got to stop at the other end. That's all you can. That's one stop at a time.
Well, I'm here on a probationary basis because each time I've been here for a Mukwonago game, Angie Cira's gotten hurt, so Kalinsky's put me on probation. So we'll have to see how it goes tonight. I told Angie before the game, I'm like, is this table too close to be the out of bounds line? Because for God's sakes, if you run into it,
I'll savor it.
Yes.
I'm on that
forget
watch.
the equipment.
Yep.
Sacrifice it all.
Yep. I gotcha. I'll lay my body on the line.
Vicky Stone, it's 11-6 with 10:57 to go in the first half. I was hoping we were going to have the half-court scoreboard, but looks like we're a little too low for that, so I will work on getting a scoreboard up for y'all.
Y'all,
yeah. I know you love my southern accent there. You look forward to that every game.
I love saying y'all, so I'm right there with you. It's the southern edition of W7 Live.
It's W7 South.
Yeah, when we were up in Kimberly the other day, or last weekend, whenever that was, for our tournament, we were staying overnight, so we had to go out to, meals and whatnot.
Right.
And Anna Mortag and I were talking. We're like, we should just start talking in the southern accent so people feel or think that we're like a team from, someone that actually traveled far. But
well, be careful with that because if Coach Bullis hears you talking about Kimberly being up north, you're gonna get shredded for it. So I mean,
well,
we don't want to upset Coach.
Kimberly's not up north.
Well,
we wanted
I said
to
that.
pretend we were from Louisiana, and we were trying to figure out what a southern accent actually sounds like, and it didn't sound so good.
Well, Coach Bullis would never yell at you. You're like a favorite. He yells at me though.
Only a favorite. I mean,
I haven't earned that status yet.
Get there. It takes a while.
I love Coach Bullis. He does a great job up at DC Everest.
Yeah, he's great.
He sure is.
He's a great coach.
He
great
definitely
guy,
is.
in it for the right reasons.
Yep, for
cares
sure.
About his kids.
Yes.
You can't get better than that. Mukwonago made this adjustment here to this 1-3-1, and North has done a fantastic job. Obviously, Goodman had them prepared for that, but Coach Goodman, that is. But at some point, Mukwonago might need to adjust again.
Ball number 14 for the North Stars, Ashley Davies. First personal, 17 foul.
Well, no Larry Klein today. Same as a lot of people, I guess. Working on a cold that he's trying to get rid of, and hopefully he's going to receive him tomorrow when we do Pewaukee and Marshall, 4:00 tip time on W7
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I gotta miss that one.
Yeah, are you guys playing a game or something?
Yeah, something like that.
West of Pier, I mean, they're pretty good.
They are pretty good. Yeah, it's going to be.
Why don't you move it to 7 o'clock and we can do both games? I mean,
trust me, I wish it was at 7.
What are you going to be so selfish?
I wish it was at 7 because that would mean I'd be able to get to the Marquette game at 1. It's like a huge game, sold out.
You could do a triple header.
And here I am, love my team so much.
Yep.
No, West of Pier needed it to be earlier. I would have liked it to be later, but for travel purposes, West of Pier needed it to be a little bit earlier, so we'll compromise.
I guess I could see that. 13-8, 9:41 to go. 13-10.
There we go. Yeah, North is doing a really good job moving the basketball, like we talked about. Obviously, they were prepared. Coach had them ready to go, and they just weren't executing early on. But that hurts. Giving
Cira
up an
for 2.
offensive rebound and a score.
Yeah, second chances. You can't give them those.
No.
There's a turnover. Here comes Henning the other way. Pass ahead, Cira in the front court. Pull up.
Oh, nice shot.
3-point
That
shot
was a good
is
look,
no
though.
good.
Taylor Rogozinski.
Rogozinski.
Yep.
Another
I'll just
new
stick
name.
To first names.
Taylor, a sophomore, 5'9" sophomore.
Oh.
No Larry, no Billy Joel in the pregame, so we had a running joke going. Every game we went to, they're playing Billy Joel. We didn't start the fire in every game.
I love me some Billy Joel.
And they were playing the fire. So we were up at Bayport, and at Watertown they played it before every game. I'm like, Matt, I mean, you can mix it up a little bit. We don't have to do the same song for 11 games. I get everybody only comes for one game, but we're here for 11, so we get to hear it 11 times. And so I got to Bayport. I'm like, well, thank goodness I don't hear that anymore. And then the first song they played is "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel. I tweeted it out to Larry saying,
funny.
"You're not going to believe this."
That is so funny.
You can't make
You
this
just
stuff
couldn't
up.
get enough of it.
No.
They knew you were coming.
Yeah. 15-10, Mukwonago, 8:38 to go first half. North ball there in white. Well, good start for North. There's certainly some positives here to start out. Good defense.
Oh, geez.
Mukwonago's making some dangerous passes.
that you
I didn't
can't
see
do
that. What
that.
happened, Coach? I didn't see it.
Yeah, so they got tied up. Angie and I don't know who that is.
McIntyre.
McIntyre got tied up. It looked like McIntyre then went to reach to trip her, and I think they're going to do a double foul. But you can't get like that. It was a good aggressive play by both, and you can't retaliate.
Absolutely.
And it's always the person who
It's
retaliates
the second
that
person
gets caught.
always.
Yeah, no, that can't happen.
Go look inside the Mukwonago huddle. Rick Kalinsky, head coach. Yeah, they're sorting it out and see what do you think? You think double fouls? What do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah, I don't know about a technical on Angie. I don't know. They got to bring the coaches together now. That just can't happen. That's just, you have to be able to keep your cool on that. But they're going to talk to the coaches, tell them what's going on, probably tell them you need to tell your kids that they need to chill.
Listen to you talking to the young kid language here, lingo.
Y'all need to chill.
That's why I hang out with you,
out.
Coach. It keeps me young with all the kids, what's
Well,
going
half the
on.
time I say something around my friends, and they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, I don't really know, but I just hear it so much that it kind of just becomes part of my...
The kids say it.
Yeah,
I know. I do the same thing because, these kids, Jasmine and Jordan Teets and those kids, hanging out with those kids. So I ask them all the time, is it cool to say this? Like, no.
Yeah, no.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I get told, Coach, you can't say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm like, well,
Jazzy helps. Jazzy and
you cool.
Jordan
They
and
keep you cool.
and
They keep you
KO
hip.
they keep me current.
Oh, Rick's mad. Coach Kalinsky is mad. He does not like whatever the refs just told them. He just walked away. I don't know what. I think, like I said, telling her you got to keep your cool. Doesn't matter what.
Larry says WWE action on the floor tonight. Larry's gonna have the one-line zingers. I can see it already.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, just because you're on vacation doesn't mean you're still part of this broadcast. So
Yep.
Just kidding, my friend.
So-
hope you're feeling better, Larry. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. 15-10, 8:23. Is it double technical? Is that what the call is?
I think it was either double foul or double technical and offsets. But right now is what I would take my kid out for a minute.
Cool.
But
Everybody cool. Get their
yeah,
heads cool. But
'cause you
looks like
just-
they're both leaving them both in.
Yeah.
And they're both competitors. Sierra is. I know McIntyre.
Yeah.
McIntyre is too.
I get that. It's just the cheap stuff afterwards that
Yeah.
not going to work for me.
Osborne.
And I could have seen it totally wrong, so I don't want to say what it looked like, but that's what it.
I didn't see it all, which is good because I would have said something that probably would have been taken out of context. Or I did that last year
That
during
gets you in trouble.
It does. I did that last year during the King Mukwonago game. So it's good if I don't see things, which is becoming more and more common. 15-10, 8:02 to go first half in favor of Mukwonago. It was 9-2 to start. McIntyre off the glass for two. K-Mac. 15-12. It's a 10-6 run for North. 3-point shot over the basket, no good.
I should have printed out the. I don't know if both teams even put their stats on this.
Well, Kalinsky doesn't. That I can tell you. He doesn't want all the spies out there. Seeing what's what.
Yeah, our conference does it. Like we agreed to do it. I think you should.
I think
you should.
I think you should because it's for the kids.
It's for yes. It's for your kids, and really, if teams want it, especially with Huddle now,
there's
if
no
you
secrets
get Huddle
anymore.
assist. We get all of our every team's breakdown completely of every game. So
McIntyre shot, no good. Weak side rebound. Mukwonago pass ahead, Sierra into the lane. Kick out to Pavletic, and we're going to have a blocking foul on North. That'll be on 23, Ashley Fink. 5'5" sophomore. Fink played a little bit last year. Obviously getting a lot more playing time this year with the seniors departing. Stick around at halftime. Get a special guest coming on to pick on Coach Mal a little bit. Brian Henning will be here.
I'm always
You
getting
guys
picked
coached
on,
together
what
at
the
RAP for a few years. We'll talk a little Drew Henning, talk a little basketball in the state, and get your guys' take on things. 15-12, 7:05 to go first half. Baseline drive, and that's going to be a foul on Mara McAdams.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who everybody is.
Who's who in the zoo, huh?
Yep.
Izzy Kleppel in for Mukwonago, also in for North is 22. Julia Hogue, one of the seniors on this team. Hogue and Erica Sweet. I'm sorry, Hogan, Haley Blagden, and McKenna Salote are the seniors. And Sydney Demarath as well. So 4 seniors on this team this year.
You know, we talked about earlier in the show that some girls from North aren't putting up the same kind of numbers they were last year, and you talk about you know, the difference of when you couple kids graduate, and whether you know, no matter what their stats were, it's a little different too, because teams are now, you know, like for scouting and stuff.
Yes.
You are scouted, and so you have to add elements to your game.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was that travel I was talking about earlier, where they called a foul.
Well, now you should be happy because they called Sarah Pavlovic on a travel. I know this has been your goals at the beginning of this game, because singling out kids, that's what you do.
I would never do
Evil
that. I
ogre.
love the way she plays.
I do
She's
too.
She
Me
battle.
too.
I mean,
Me too.
Again, that's
Scrappy,
just
very scrappy.
Yep. And
Good box out that
she
time.
She earned, you know, some great minutes.
Yes,
the last
she
couple
definitely
of years,
has earned
she
it.
Battled.
Yep.
So no,
Blue collar kid for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love kids. They're program kids. You love kids like that because they just get it. Osborne, late night banking hours at North. 3-pointer for Osborne, and we're tied at 15. Tied up, 5:50 to go first half, 15 all. Pass inside. Good defense by Henning and picked up by Mukwonago. 5:42 to go first half, 15-15. Good first half here. Syrah off the glass.
Yep, great job.
Nice
great body
good
control.
patience
Yep.
by Angie.
Yep.
17-15 Mukwonago. Osborne into the front court, being guarded by Syrah. That's a double dribble on Hogue. It'll be Mukwonago ball. Well, we saw Mukwonago twice last week, so 3 times in a week. Coach Henning's getting tired of me.
You
He's
saw
like,
them twice last
Yep,
week?
we saw them twice at the Watertown tournament
right.
last week.
That's right. They played
against
twice.
Madison La Follette, and then against a really, really good Green Bay Notre Dame team. Boy,
Yeah,
as Coach
they're good.
Rohde got that team rocking and rolling, man. That is a good team. Really good team.
I mean, when we watched them play against Pewaukee, I think it was their first game of the season, and they were looking good.
Yeah, they look. Coach Sarah does such a great. She is a great, great coach.
Yep. She does a great job, and
She
she
sure
has for
does.
years.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they're always, you know, in the conversation.
Eliza Campbell on that staff as
Yep.
well. Great coach, great player. During her time there, played some obviously college ball at Green Bay, then professional basketball, and now giving back coaching at her alma mater, which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
You love seeing kids like that come back and give back to the program, and boy, she's really added a lot to that team coming in. 17-15 Mukwonago. Syrah for 3, and
she came down on her foot.
yeah,
But
and that's the
looks
thing
like
with
that
Angie.
just kinda tweaks it.
Yep.
So Mukwonago's, kind of dribble drive. They want to get into that paint and be able to kick. North got to be able to counter that. Good
There's
job
a
there,
steal.
digging down.
1-on-1, no good on the shot. That was Sydney Fink. Rebound, Drew Henning. Henning into the front court. Henning's been quiet here in this first half. Nice give.
Oh.
And Kleppel will go to the line for 2. Boy, nice bounce pass by Drew. 17-15, 4:10 to go first half. Surprise, coach, so far? I mean, I'm a little surprised with North hanging right in there, doing a good job.
Yeah, North is doing a good job. I think they, good game plan. They seem to be following the game plan. Like I said early in the game, they were struggling to get some of those shots. They were good shots. They're moving the ball well.
And I guess I'm not, surprised is kind of strong because I'm not really surprised. I mean, yes, they're 1-7, but again, you got to look past that and look at the results. And I mean, they're in every single game. I mean, they're right there. So I'm not surprised. They're a good team. It's just and you've had years like this, Coach. I mean, sometimes for whatever reason, those close games, the ball just doesn't bounce your way, or a late mistake, and stuff happens, especially with a younger team. And that's a steal. Stranley for 2. Nice job by Bela.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, though. North's doing a great job right now.
They're having no problems with this pressure defense.
Can they sustain this level of play, the whole game?
Nice job by Natalie McDermott getting the tie-up as a jump ball, so possession next time will go to North. She tied him up and got the jump ball. Nice job, McDermott. She's a 5'7" junior. It's 20-15, Mukwonago, 3:47 to go first half. Reminder, tomorrow on W7, 4 o'clock tip, Pewaukee Marshall, live from Pewaukee High School. We'll be with KO and the gang, taking on Anna Lutz and the crew from Marshall. Third time seeing Marshall this year.
Yeah, you guys have had
Yeah, we've seen them twice already, yep. 20-15 with 3:25. Osborne out of the lane, and you can clearly see the game plan is take Olivia Osborne out of the game. I mean, that's not take her out of the game, but minimize her impact on the floor.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotta be careful how I say that. I don't mean take her out of the game. I mean just take her offense away.
Limit her touches.
Thank you.
Yeah, gotcha.
See, that's why you get the big bucks. And, that's what Coach Kerr. That's what Mr. Kerr said anyway. That's why he pays you.
Yep. That's what I'm here for.
Big armored trucks, full cash.
Yep.
First shot in and good by Osborne. 20-16. 3:23 to go first half. But it's a chance for some of the role players. I mean, McIntyre's had a good first half. And, again, they're doing a really good job on this defensive pressure. Going for the rebound, picked up by Izzy Kleppel, being guarded by Osborne. Sierra, all the way, no good.
Well, North is doing a good job, though, of collapsing in.
Yep.
And
Angie could take that shot from 12, 13 feet. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Pull-up jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's Erica Sweet to McDermott. Boy, you really got to watch your passes with Sierra around. Just those long arms. She's so disruptive. Julia Hogue thought about it, but nice job by Pam Pooch. Hannah is an aggressive defender. She really plays tough, hard-nosed defense.
Oh, no.
Turnover again on Mukwonago. A lot of unforced errors by Mukwonago here in this first half. Timeout, North, 20-16. Well, hey, while we got a second, I want to give a shout-out to a good buddy of ours, Emma Nagel from Bayport. I think you know this coach. I mean, Emma tore PCL last week in a game, unfortunately, and will miss the remainder of this season. And certainly she's a great basketball player. She's also a scholarship soccer player, and I think her soccer season is in jeopardy as well. And we really think so highly of Emma and wish her the best. And she's just a great kid. And just too bad that happened. But I mean, that's the game, unfortunately. But we thoughts to her, and then also I'll tell you what, did they play well against DSHA even without her. I mean, just a great game by the Pirates at New Year's Eve game, and you know this better than I do. I mean, Coach Coleman is an elite coach in this state. I mean, it was 34-30 at halftime, and they came out on an 18-1 run to open the second half. I mean, that's obviously great players, but it's also great coaching. Yeah,
great adjustments at halftime, and watch that game. DSHA is a really good team to beat.
Yes, for sure.
And I thought that Bayport did a really good job. I thought they were prepared and they did a good job taking away what DSHA wants to do, and just thought Bayport did a really good job adjusting then in that second half and kind of clamping down a little bit.
Thanks to Coach Hendricks and the coaches. We had a great time with DSHA for 2 days up at Green Bay. Got a inside, behind-the-scenes VIP tour of Lambeau Field, which was really cool. Eight at the stadium at the 1919 Club.
Nice.
And even played some it was a game at the hotel back afterwards. The office trivia or something.
Oh, boy.
I mean, it was ridiculous.
Can only imagine.
But great time. Great to see Coach G, Ron Gavinsky, and just hang out with him. Great guy, as you know. they're just all about the kids. It's just they're just great coaches.
Yeah,
it's really
absolutely.
all about the
They
players.
got a great staff, great team, really just great people that those are the kind of people you want leading your program.
Yes, no doubt about it. Osborne for three. Olivia Osborne makes it 20-19. It's a 1-point game for Mukwonago. Our first and only trip to North this year.
What in the heck was that?
And that's going to be a kickball, I believe. 1:36 to go. Sydney Demarath in. Reminder, following tonight's game, we'll have the Zone Athletics find your zone player of the game.
That means I got to start paying attention, huh?
Come on,
who's going to be?
Henning on the spin move.
Nice.
Got it and one. Oh, offensive foul on Drew.
What? Travel.
Oh,
I think.
traveling
Or
on
3
Drew.
seconds or
I think
something?
it's 3 seconds.
I don't know what they
3
called.
seconds. 3 seconds, I believe.
Or maybe a travel. I don't know. He was trying to explain something to coach. I'm not really quite sure.
Coming our way. Good catch. The PA announcer gets very interactive in these games. I mean, he encourages the fans to cheer, and it's an all-in interactive experience at North. Good crowd here tonight. Really good crowd. 20-19.
Nice crowd. It's alumni night.
Yep. I think the players are playing up to it for sure. 1:14 to go first half. It is 20-19. Mukwonago by 1. They've led throughout. Started out 9-2, but since then it's been 18-10 North. 1:09 to go first half.
Yeah, they're Mukwonago's having has had a lot of empty possessions.
Yep.
Which is an issue.
Kleppel goes for the shot, no good. Now is making a basket, and the free throw doesn't count as a 3. So I know she's going to try to loophole her way out of this, but no go. It's got to be a full
no 3-point play.
No, I know Izzy. She'll try to hang on that. 20-19. First shot by Iz, no good. 58.7 seconds remaining. So tomorrow we're at Pewaukee. Monday we are back to our friends at Kettle Moraine Lutheran, Homestead, and KML. That's a 7 o'clock tip from KML. And then Tuesday, one of the players from KML, Maddie Taubenheim, will come and be our guest analyst Tuesday night at Grafton for Slinger Grafton. So
nice.
we'll get to call Maddie's game Monday, and then she's going
to hang out
with us and call the game Tuesday.
Very cool.
Her mom said she's a walking encyclopedia of basketball knowledge,
wow.
which that's good. I need all the help I can get, Coach, as you know. Boy, did Dakota Creaser do a really nice job from Mishicot last week, helping us out on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's nice.
She was fantastic.
That's awesome. Good to get the kids on.
Yes.
And talking and seeing the game in a different way.
Yep. 55 seconds to go. 21-19. That's a turnover. Mukwonago has not been able to make North pay for these turnovers. North has done a nice job recovering on defense and limiting the baskets here for the Indians. Henning will go to the line for 2. Boy, Drew has really stepped up her free throw game this year, shooting right around 81% this year. But a really, really nice senior year.
Yeah, she does a good job creating contact, and you got to make it worth it getting to that free throw line.
First one in and good, 22-19 Mukwonago. 45 seconds left first half. Second one also good, 23-19. 45 seconds left. Baseball pass ahead.
Oh, boy.
Demarath spin move.
There was
not really a need for that.
Yeah, try to go strong. But
yeah, just go strong to the rack. But 23-19, Sierra open 3, short. Rebound Osborne, 30 seconds and counting. Julia Hogue, and that's a travel. It'll be Mukwonago ball. 26.5 seconds to go, 23-19 Mukwonago. W7 Light will be at Germantown. It's tentative right now, depending on some availability issues. We're going to check and see. We'll know tomorrow for sure, but as of right now, we're tentative for Tosa East and Germantown on Tuesday.
Who?
W7 Light, Tosa East, Germantown.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really. This North team right now, and they're making some mistakes. That
Pampooch
travel
for 2.
But I'd like to see their teammates be a little more positive with
Yeah.
each other. Teammate makes a mistake and you're shaking your head at your other
Yeah, you
teammate.
can't do
and
that.
That's just totally uncalled for.
Osborne's shot is blocked by Henning. It's halftime at North. Your halftime score, Mukwonago 25, Waukesha North 19. We'll take a break and come back with our halftime guest. You're watching W7. W7 Live, we are back. Halftime score 25-19. Mukwonago leading Waukesha North. Our special halftime guest is Brian Henning from Mukwonago. Coach, welcome. You getting sick of seeing me yet?
Oh,
man,
this
is
has
like the
been
third
great.
time in a week.
Third time in a week. I was hoping to get
Our
here.
wives are going to start talking pretty
I know.
soon. I mean, we got like a
boy.
bromance thing going on here.
It is really nice. Yeah. Bale took my spot, though, tonight.
Yeah.
I tell you, I got booted from Mal, but it's an upgrade. Gary,
It
we
is
can
an
just-
upgrade.
We can
Yep.
put it this way.
Yep.
It is a full upgrade.
Well, I told Drew, so I got here, pregame, and I walked over and told Drew. I said, I looked at who the guest analyst was this week, and I saw Mallory's name on there. I'm like, that's weird. She never does Classic 8 games, and then it kind of hit me. I'm like, well, she's coming to see Drew, and so I told Drew, I'm like, Drew, she never does Classic 8 games. She's doing this, to see you, and which is really cool.
That's really
And
nice,
obviously, you guys have a long
obviously.
relationship, and. It's that bittersweet time. We start talking, and after the first of the year, it seems like those days just start getting closer and closer, and there's more days in the rear view than there is in the windshield. It seems like.
It's going fast, isn't it?
It does go fast. It does go fast. I can't believe it. We only have 2 months left,
That's it.
and that's it. Well,
State tournaments in 73 days, so I mean it's
you would know
not that I'm
that.
counting,
Gary
but
would know that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not counting. I
not
don't
that
want
I'm
our
counting,
season
but
to
I know.
be dwindling down, but
I do it to savor every day, just live in the day, that type of thing.
yeah, I had to come see Drew play. That's why I put this game on the calendar.
Yeah, early, way
in like
early.
October.
Yeah.
I always try
Yeah.
to get to winter games, and we didn't play, so it's perfect.
Coach, thoughts on first half? I mean, North. We said it this week on social media. I mean, they're 1-7, but I mean, they're a weird 1-7.
Yeah, no, I think they're playing well. I think from a Mukwonago perspective, it was a sluggish first half. Decision making offensively, shot selection, and passing, was I'm sure Coach Kalinske is not very happy in the locker
I
room
would think
right now.
not, probably.
I think North has done a good job of handling the trap. He's trying to run the one-on-one or 1-3-1 trap, and they're doing a really good job of not getting the ball stuck in their hands. So if you move it quick and you make that defense shift, you can get really, really good looks against that pressure. And frankly, they got 2 wide open layups because they put somebody right underneath the basket. So we almost had a new fan.
Yeah, we almost had a new little analyst over here.
New analyst.
A new guest.
ready to
frankly,
go.
she would be probably. Or
Might be an
better.
upgrade.
Yes,
might be an
it
upgrade
could
from
be possibly
from the crew that's running things now. So.
Yeah, no, I would say though with North, like I was saying earlier, I mean they're doing a really good job moving the basketball.
They are.
Early on they were getting they were turning the ball over because they'd get the ball stuck in the corner.
Yep.
That's where you don't want it. But to, North's credit, they're doing a good job of what seems like following the game plan. And Mukwonago's had a couple empty possessions,
100%.
but.
Coach Mel and I talked about this, Coach. I'd love your opinion as well. And you and I have talked about it a little bit back and forth as well. You really cannot overstate the importance of losing senior leaders on a team. And whether that be the North team or Mukwonago, there's an adjustment that follows. And I think sometimes expectations are a little unrealistic on, the team is just going to continue on as it was. It's a completely different team than it was last year.
I think if you've got a long-standing group of seniors and everybody really understands their role, and from Mukwonago's perspective, roles were very clear.
Yes.
And everybody played them and embraced them. And I think this year everybody's kind of figuring out what is a good shot,
where am I
who's
supposed
a good
to be?
shot,
Right.
where am I supposed to be?
Yep.
Should I be taking this? And it's kind of got us caught in between a little bit. And I think the same thing for North, right? I mean, leadership is effort, it's intensity, it's rebounding, it's communication. And it's a quiet gym, and sometimes even defensive communication.
Yep.
Seniors hold other kids accountable. It can't just be the coaching staff. So
Right.
I think you see it in a number of different levels, and you're bound to get a hiccup. And obviously, you'll experience that when you lose a couple big seniors next year. You're going to have to some people
Are you
step
losing
up.
some seniors next year?
Yeah,
Is anybody I know, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're losing a couple.
You're losing a couple that are.
We're losing some, but
21's pretty good from what I remember.
Yeah,
She's pretty
21's
good.
21's holding their own.
Yeah.
This year.
she's holding her own.
Yeah, she's holding her own for sure. Hold her own and several others as well. Boy, she's something else.
Yeah. I mean, those girls are great for a program because they build the excitement at the youth level.
Yes. Yep.
They get a lot of things, but to replace them is it's not
hard.
just the points. It's like who's going to fit what role and where do we go. So it is really, really hard.
Is the Classic 8 wide open in the second half, Coach, of the season?
I
do you
think it's wide open. I don't think there's a clear cut. I mean, if Mukwonago could get through the first half undefeated, they're going to have an edge because I think there's going to be people who are going to beat each other throughout. I don't think there's a clear cut. There's no gimmies this year like there have been in the past.
Yeah, no, agree. I mean, you better lace them up every night because
correct.
Well, and for you guys especially because you're going to get everybody's best because you still got that target on your back.
100%. And so is Arrowhead. And Arrowhead's got 2 losses at home, which I don't think going into the season anybody thought Arrowhead was going to have 2 losses at home.
No.
And they still have some tough teams to play. They've got Oconomowoc, which is going to give them a really good game.
They got
Subject's having a
Kettle
great
Moraine
year.
tonight, right?
They
There's
get
that
KM.
KM tonight.
Was
I think
it
it's
Oconomowoc?
Kettle Moraine tonight.
And Kettle Moraine will give them a good game.
At home.
Boy, KM's
I
got
think.
a tough team. That Vanguard kid's having a great season. The sophomore.
They're good, and they play hard and they play fast. And right now Arrowhead's having some trouble scoring the ball. They can still defend. They can.
Yeah,
really still defend.
if you can't score on them, they're going to score enough points. To be able to at least edge you. By a small amount, but
they have a small room for error too.
Yes,
like the margin for error is
right
on their side because they're not putting up 80, 90 points a game. You're going to put up in the 40s and 50s, and that lets a lot of teams back in the picture.
Well, I mean, same thing here. I mean, it's
here,
25-19 at half. I mean, if you look, pace-wise, and if you look at, how this first half has went, you got to say, if you're North, you got to be really happy with where
100%.
things are right now. I mean, 25-19 at the break. I mean, you'd take that for sure.
100%. You're still in the game and a couple shots away, and frankly, it's going to be a close game throughout.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, and I talked about this earlier this week. Is a team like this is for North is dangerous, not just because they're 1-7, but because they've played so many close games, and if you really want to win big, I mean, you got to take them out early because the longer they stick around, the more they're going to start believing they're going to win this thing.
It's any team like that hasn't got a lot of wins. Well, you want to make sure they doubt themselves quickly, and we let them in this game. Not that we let them. They put themselves in this
Yeah,
game.
they did.
And now they believe. So.
Yeah, I think the biggest worry, though, for North has to be that Mukwonago hasn't really capitalized on North's mistakes.
Correct.
Because I think there were enough mistakes made in the first half where if Mukwonago is capitalizing on them, this is a 20-point game.
Correct. A lot of missed layups, a lot of bad opportunities.
Yeah, and that's a credit to North. They're continuing to battle even after those mistakes.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining us, and we're big fans of 3-3. You know that. I mean, we put up with you just to get time with 3-3. I mean, you know that, and Kate too. I mean, so we'll tolerate you, and for Heather, we'll see all of them. I mean, we put up with you for that.
Yep.
And I know I said this. I don't know if you probably weren't listening, but I mean, she is one of the truly best in the state.
No doubt about it.
What she does with those kids, and I witnessed.
She hates credit too, so beware.
I know she does,
that.
but you've got one of the best here, and I think the world of her. So.
She's a lead for sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian Henning, our special halftime guest. We're ready to start the second half. I'm going to switch back to the non-broken headset. And, boy, great guy. He's such a great guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
And a great advocate for girls basketball.
Yep. We had a lot of fun the last 2 summers, or not the last 2 summers, but the 2 summers we coached together. We had a great time. And, I think
pretty good crew of kids, too.
Yeah, we had a great team. But, we talked about earlier how much I love Drew and appreciate
me
her
too.
and the person she is, and that obviously comes from, she's raised the right way, and there's no better kid than Drew.
No, there really isn't. I mean, she, and she's so genuine, I mean, what you see is what you get.
Yeah,
she is who she is. 25-19 in favor of Mukwonago. Second half just underway. Well, I think, you got to watch these first 3 or 4 minutes as you do in every game, but I mean, I think it's really critical to see for North to stay in this thing. They've got to keep this game close. You can't let Mukwonago go on an 8-0 run here to start. That's going to spell trouble.
Yep.
Pass inside McIntyre. She's fouled by Pavletic.
So when is the last time that last time Mukwonago played? Was it the Notre Dame game?
Yes, they have not played since Notre Dame. It's been a week.
Okay, a week. And just the Christmas break thing. I don't know if they're still on Christmas break.
Yeah, well, I think they started back up yesterday. But everybody's off.
It's a really weird.
This week is super weird.
I mean, we have practiced like 3 times in the last, since we played at Brookfield East.
Yeah.
So, because we had 1 day to prepare for our Kimberly tournament, and then we've had practice the last 2 days, and that's it.
Sierra's fouled.
So this weekend, having these games after break, just an irregular, routine and schedule. It's tough, but it's good to get back in it. And now the thick of the season starts.
I've had enough holidays. I'm ready. I've
had enough family time. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get back to business here.
Seen enough family for the rest of the year.
They've seen enough of me for sure. They're like, don't you have like a game to do somewhere and something going on here? Sierra gets 1 for 2, 26-19. Mukwonago by 7. McIntyre struggle on the inbound, got it to Osborne into the front court, bounce pass ahead.
Oh, just go up with that. Don't make the pass.
Just got to take that right up, right, Coach?
Yep.
I mean, seen a lot of that the last few games. And kids just overthink it, down there,
But it's so much easier for me to say it than having these girls come they're chasing you down the court. But
I picked on Claire Debenk with that when you guys played Hale. I'm like, Claire, don't dribble, just take it up. You're right there.
Yeah, it's just a little overthinking at times. Nice shot.
3-point shot, Bella De Leon for 3. 5'8" junior Bella. And Henning is fouled. And still down, but not out. That kid is rough and tumble, man. She is always on the floor.
Foul on number 4 for the North Stars, Erica Sweet, second personal.
Foul on Sweet, that's her second. Heading to the line for 2. 80+% this year. First one by Drew is no good. Should have saved the 80% for the second one. Dang it.
She might be a little
maybe a little sideways yet from that tumble.
I've seen a lot of those tumbles from her before, and she just plays so hard.
She does.
She's tough. She's one of the toughest players I've coached.
Stranley, no good. Out of bounds. Oh, saved by Osborne.
Just kidding.
Just almost out of bounds.
No, just
now
hold
a
on
turnover.
to that thing.
I got to get the scoreboard back up for y'all. 27-22. And we are now in the second half, I believe.
But you see this North team again. They just need to, I don't know, maybe trust each other a little more or something. I just don't like when I see players that are looking at each other and complaining about another teammate, or you just go pick them up.
Yep.
Just go tell them you got it, or they're good, and just move on from it.
McAdams for 2. Nice shot by Mara. 29-22, and there's a steal by Mara. One-on-one with McIntyre. McAdams
Nice.
and the foul. Mara McAdams. Nice drive, nice shot, nice finish, and to the line.
Foul on number 21 for the North Stars, Kelly McIntyre, 4th personal, 13 fouls.
The over-under is Amy watching this, I'm going to say 11 times after tonight. This clip of Mara's shot. Amy McAdams. Amy's one of our crazy basketball super moms. Traveling on McIntyre. Timeout North. That's a good timeout. It's a 9-point lead. Boy, that was a nice move by McAdams. Really nice. 31-22, 15-28 to go. And Amy knows I mean that in the most affectionate possible way. It's a compliment to be called a W7 crazy basketball mom. 15-28 to go. 31-22. We'll be right back. You're watching W7.
So, just stand the other. Elise, you say. Just give her just a nice message. Just
right now.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Anna, on your 1,000 points. We knew you could make it there. We're really proud of you, and we all love you. Love you, Anna.
One. W7. Get the Coach Liebel publicity shot there for y'all.
No one wants to see that.
31-22, 15-25 to go. Nice backdoor by Mara, up and no good. Rebound
really good
McIntyre. Good job by K-Mac.
Great job, yeah, keeping her hands high, walling up, making them take a tough shot.
31-22, 15-11 to go first half. Osborne and stolen by McAdams. Boy, great job by McAdams over the shoulder. Sierra on the finish. Holy smokes, if she did that on purpose, that was crazy good. 33-22. Coach, that might make the One Shining Moment video. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was nice.
Wow.
That was just a great, really, really good hustle play.
It
on her
was.
part.
The pass, I got to go back and look at that. If she did it over her shoulder like that, I mean, it was a perfect pass.
Yep.
We'll say that she meant to do that. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to ask her after.
Out. 21 just fouled out.
McIntyre has just fouled out of the game with 14:45 to go. And
how does that happen?
wow, boy, that's huge for North. That's enormous for North.
Wow.
She's their second leading scorer, 8.8 points per game. A
Did
junior.
she just get 2 quick fouls?
She
I don't
must
know what
have.
just happened because I
I'm
don't know
surprised
how
they
she
didn't
was
take
still
her
in
out
the
with.
game.
Surprised Coach
That's
Gibbon
what I'm
didn't take her out with
saying.
4.
That's why it might have been because of those turnovers that North had, where you just don't have a stoppage. Like, I don't know. I can't. Now I have to go back and watch the.
Boy, that's early. 14:45 to go, and she's fouled out.
Well, yeah, I don't know what just happened.
Second one is good. 35-22, 13-point lead. So exactly what North could not afford here is happening in this beginning of the second half. It's a 10-3 run for Mukwonago to start the second half. Osborne for 3, no good. Rebound, Henning. Into the front court, Drew. Spin move, nice. Drew Henning for 2. It's a 15-point lead for Mukwonago, just like that, 37-22.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about at halftime for North is how long can you sustain that that level of play against a team at Mukwonago's level.
Well, and North had several turnovers in the first half, but Mukwonago came up with, as we were talking about, empty possessions. But
yeah.
they're executing now, and they're completing those. It's 37-22, a 15-point lead. Boy, it's amazing how fast it happens, Coach. Just like that, it's 15 points.
Yep. You can go on runs. I mean, basketball obviously is a game of runs, and it's just about who can get the last one.
Blocking foul on Osborne. She is still down.
And she grabbed her knee right away. That's
trainer coming out. That is Christina Hill, athletic trainer from Pro Healthcare.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
We're going to take a break and come back. You're watching W7.
The senior class that I had, I don't know if I really could have had one any more special than they were. To have every single one of them decide to come out with a new coach for the 4th time, I heard later that pretty much all of them were second guessing, do I even want to do this again? But each one of them, like, I want to give this one more opportunity. And it wasn't, the thing that I got from them, it wasn't about basketball. Like, I love basketball so much that I want to play one more year. It's like they were testing themselves, that I have had some rough times, that can I do this one more time? And that leadership was so huge for the younger girls, because they showed up every day and they did what was asked of them. They gave everything. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Liz Sweet, I've always said, she's the most passionate person I've ever met. She's got a big heart. She lives in the moment with everything, and I have told her numerous times, continue living in the moment, continue having a smile on your face, because she makes everyone around her better just by her demeanor. Cassie if she is your teammate, she has the biggest heart in the world. And if she is your opponent, she will rip your heart out and show it to you. When my son came to practice, the way I see how she acted with him, there's the big heart. Erin understood her role after games that we won, and she'd be all excited, like, we won because of what I did yesterday in practice. Like, we did this drill, this transition drill, and because I gave everything I had on Thursday, like, we won on Friday. Kaylee never really said much, so never really got to know her during the season, but I got an email from her.
W7 back live, 37-22.
Mukwonago has just come out in this half so much more aggressive and like hungry than they were in the first half, and that's making a big difference.
(39-22), 13:45 to go. Second one in and good. 40-22.
Yeah. I just check to see what other games are going on tonight. Not that there's anything more important than this game, because there's not. I'm just sitting here thinking about what other Classic 8 games are going on. I know Arrowhead's playing Kettle Moraine tonight.
Kicked by Henning. It'll stay with North. 40-22 with 13:29 remaining. Biggest lead of the night for Mukwonago, 18 points.
Yeah, what was it at halftime? 5? It was 24
Yeah,
to
it's
19.
15-3 in the second half, Mukwonago. Well, hopefully Olivia Osborne is okay. Looked being in a great deal of pain.
Yeah, I just saw her. She came down on it. I don't know if she just fell right on her knee, but she definitely looked like it. It didn't feel good, that's for sure.
McAdams no good on the shot. Open look, three-pointer is no good. Rebound
Way
North.
to go up and get that ball. That was a really good job there.
Sydney Fink on the rebound. And turnover. Well, now you're really at a disadvantage if you're North because you got no McIntyre and no Osborne. It's your number 1 and 2 scorers. 15 and 8 points respectively, so 23 points a game right now on the bench.
Yeah.
And plus they're both juniors and play a ton of minutes, so I mean you're really in a tough spot.
Kick it up. There you go. Yeah, it does. I mean, when you have two starters and scorers sitting on the bench, puts you at a disadvantage. But they're continuing to battle.
We'll go to the line.
Yep.
Well, and as always, I mean, it's opportunities for other players to
Absolutely.
show their skills, and if you're not having the playing time, I mean, do it now.
Show
why
Yep.
you should get more minutes. Do it right now.
Yep. Absolutely. It's no better time than now to show that. You talk about roles on teams and roles on as far as what you bring to your team, and I always talk about just be an energy giver no matter what your role is.
Yep.
And that's if that's going to be the energy that you're putting on the court, if that's going to be the energy you're bringing on the bench. Every team needs players to fill roles, and sometimes your role is to score a lot of points. Other times your role is to just be that support, and teams are only as good as their bench roles are too.
Well, and you saw our post today, the video we had.
I did see that. Yep,
I mean, Gino Orianum, the head coach for UConn, says it best. I mean, if you're not gonna be engaged in the game, involved in the game from the bench, you're not going in.
Yep.
I mean, never ever. I love that. I loved his quotes there, and thought that was really a good reminder for all of our players that And just to your point, I mean, your role, whether you're on the floor or on the bench, is to be involved and engaged in supporting your team. And you can do that in 100 different ways.
He said something too about he watches that on the film, and I look at that all the time, because in a game, I'm focused on so many other things that are going on that I'm not paying attention exactly to what is our bench doing in that moment. But when I watch film, I watch to see. And
it's right in front of you, because the camera's always behind your guys' bench. I
watch to see in timeouts who's paying attention, who's listening, who's in the huddle. Whether you're in the game, out of the game. But that stuff, it makes a huge difference.
Well, if you didn't see it, here it is. Watch this.
Recruiting enthusiastic kids is harder than it's ever been. And what they see is people just being really cool. So they think that's how they're going to act. You see it all the time. You see it at every AAU tournament, you see it every high school game. So recruiting kids that are really upbeat and loving life and love the game and have this tremendous appreciation for when their teammates do something well, that's hard. We put a huge premium on body language. And if your body language is bad, you will never get in the game. Ever. I don't care how good you are. Me. I didn't score, so why should I be happy? I'm not getting enough minutes. Why should I be happy? That's the world that we live in today, unfortunately. When I watch game film, I'm checking what's going on the bench. And if somebody's asleep over there, somebody doesn't care, somebody's not engaged in the game, they will never get in the game. Ever.
$44-22, 11:24 to go, second half. So that's just what we were talking about, Coach, with that, the energy from the bench and, bringing it, no matter where you are in the game, whether you're on the floor or you're, supporting your teammates on the floor, makes a big difference, as you know.
It makes a huge difference. It means a lot to the players that are on the court, and then I think it's really important too when you have your starters on the bench or whoever it is at the end of a game in a big lead, and those girls need to be cheering and supporting the same way that the bench is supporting. So no matter what role you play, it's so important to have every girl supporting.
Dakota Kreeser talked about that last week when we were at Bayport, and she said how much the starters love being on the bench at the end to really cheer up for the reserves because she knows how hard they work during practice and how much they put in, and this is their time to shine, and all the starters are 100% behind them and want them to be successful out there, which is great.
It's awesome, and they should be treated the same way as a starter
no
is,
doubt
or
about
a reserve player, whoever it is. They deserve to be.
See Izzy give us a look down there coming on the floor.
She's like, I'm getting that three.
I love Iz.
Here it is.
Just a funny kid. 42-22, 20-point lead for Mukwonago, 11 minutes to go in the second half. Henning, Kleppel.
Go back the other way. There you go.
Boy, it's been another physical. Boy, I tell you what, Coach, we've seen some physical games the last few days. I mean, just tremendously physical games.
Yeah, teams battle. They play hard. They,
Sierra, three, no good. Rebound, Kleppel, shot no good. Rebound, North. Erica Sweet, who's been very, very quiet tonight.
Out of bounds, North Star ball into the game to the North Stars. Number 24, McKenna Salodi.
It's hard to get in a hole against a team like Mukwonago because Mukwonago does a really good job from as far, as many games as I've seen. I don't see a ton, obviously, because different conference and we don't play them, but they do a good job of maintaining a lead, and they'll make you work for every stop you get.
Well, if you're North, I mean, you are super disadvantaged from a height perspective right now. I mean, there's nobody over 5'8" on the floor, and that's tough. I mean, Sierra's 5'10", Henning's 5'10", Pampooch is 5'10", 5'11" maybe.
Nice. Oh, gotta finish.
Speaking of which, Hannah Pampooch for two.
Way to stick with it. I love those plays. I love when kids don't give up on the play and they're able to finish. And
Hannah doesn't have give up in her vocabulary. She really doesn't. She is a tough kid. That's McKenna Salodi, number 24, in now, and there's another turnover. Here comes Sierra, 3-on-1. And I think Fink was trying to just stay out of Angie's way. Basket in and good, 46-22. It's a 24-point lead for Mukwonago, and there's another steal by Sierra. Up off the glass and in for two. It's 48-22.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Mukwonago usually does at this point, though. How long do you leave your starters in?
Well, if I'm Coach Kalinske and I got a 26-point lead in a game that's been this physical, I'm yanking them all out here pretty soon. Shot in and good.
And I think too, Mukwonago has a lot of talent coming off their bench.
They
too,
do.
Where you can play the same level with whoever's on the court. But I just think it's so important, especially at this time in the season, get some kids minutes. You don't know what the rest of the season's going to hold. Good job, Izzy.
Nice job, Iz. 50-24. 8:40 remaining. Yeah, I mean, get them their minutes and get them in there. And you know what? I mean, we saw Mukwonago play Green Bay, Notre Dame last week, and I'll tell you, I mean, the starters were spent by halftime.
Oh,
if you're going to make a deep run in the postseason here in Mukwonago, you need more than 5 players. I mean, you need 8-9 players. So I mean, this would be great minutes for these reserves to play.
Yeah, nice shot.
Erica Sweet for 3, timeout North. We'll take it with them. 50-27, 8:17 to go. You're watching W7.
No. Yes. Hey, stand straight. Give me the sword.
I wake up every morning, I stumble out of bed, I stretch it and a yawning, another day ahead. It seems to last forever, and time is going.
Yeah.
Takes the morning train, it works from 9 till 5, and then it takes another home again to find me waiting for him.
Number 32.
50-27, 8:08 to go, and there's a foul on Kleppel, I believe. Izzy's giving the incredulous face, so I assume that's on her.
Like, how, me? What?
Yeah, I would never do that. I don't even know why you're calling it on me. Whenever I see that face, I know who the foul's on immediately. Open 3, no good. Rebound North.
Way to stick with it, though.
Shot, no
There
good.
you go.
That
Good
was
job,
Sydney
yeah.
Fink, and now nice job by Saloti going after it.
Yep. Yeah, so Hale is not playing tonight to answer our question from the beginning of the
Well,
game.
I'm surprised Coach Soteros has not
I know,
checked
that's
in
why I
yet,
was a
so
little
I'm not
shocked.
sure what's going on.
He's probably at a game. I think DSHA and Sussex play tonight. So
Yes, at DS.
yeah,
Yes.
he's probably there. Or
Well, he's probably. I mean, if he's there, I guarantee you, he's got his phone on. He's watching this too. He's insane.
he's a crazy person.
He is a crazy person.
Very crazy person.
In comes Jenna Hammer, number 30. I love that name.
I was just gonna say, what a name.
Still only one Hammer that we recognize right now, though, and that is, of course, I say it, Maddie Weicker from Brookfield Central.
Yeah, she's.
Maddie is the Hammer.
Yep.
It is not a drill. It's a
It's
hammer.
not a drill.
Maddie's a great friend of
Oh,
W7.
nice.
McKenna Saloti for 3. Nice shot, McKenna. 50-30. Mom is beaming right now. I tell you what. Her mom's a huge W7 supporter. McAdams will go to the line for 2. That was a nice shot by McKenna. That was really nice.
It was.
50-30, 7:15 left. Larry gave us a big thumbs up on video quality tonight. So
Good.
Drew Whipperman on the number 1 cam tonight, up in the north section, killing it from Waukesha North. Second one is also good, 52-30, 22-point lead for the Indians. McAdams hits them both. 7:10 remaining. Shoot it again, McKenna.
Fire it away.
Heat check.
There you go. Oh,
Shot no good. Rebound Hammer.
good patience by North on that possession.
Kleppel, kick out. Sarah Waller, no good. Rebound
Good
North.
job going to get
Ooh,
it.
got away on
Yeah.
travel there.
See, you're allowed to call out the, potential travels, but there you go. Oh!
McKenna Saloti for 3. Better get the hand on her face. And a charge. The heat check says red hot on Saloti.
Third personal 15 foul.
52-33. Hit her again. Let's go. You're not going to put anybody on her. Light her up. McKenna's calling for it now.
Give me that.
I'm open. Get it to me.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be.
It's gonna be foul
moving
on Kleppel.
screen. No, I think that was it.
Yeah, I think it's on Iz.
Oh, thought it was maybe a moving screen.
Uh-oh, Iz. 4 fouls.
She's going to be fouled out.
Careful, Iz. 4 fouls. 52-33, 6:17 to go. Shot no good. Rebound North, and let's get it out of bounds play designed for McKenna Saloti to shoot a 3.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's go.
Let's go with America's play, which is every team runs it for the 3.
There it is. 3-point shot, no good.
Foot was on
Got
the
to
line,
get Saloti
though.
shooting those. Nice give to Waller, and
Oh.
fouled. Sarah Waller will go to the line for 2. Sarah, 5'8" senior. Well, seniors on this Mukwonago team: Izzy Kleppel, Hannah Pampooch, Sarah Waller, Sarah Pavletic, Haley Coulard, Angie Sira, and Drew Henning. That's a lot of seniors, Coach. 7
There's a lot of
seniors on this
seniors.
team.
Yep.
Waller hits the first one.
Into the lineup for Mukwonago, number 4, Bela.
Yeah, that's hard to replace. That's going to be hard to replace.
Second one in and good for Waller. Gets them both. 54-33. 5:55 remaining. Saloti. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. Might be on 5. Rogozinski, maybe.
Foul on number 5, Taylor Rogashinsky for Mukwonago, third personal.
Taylor, 5'9", sophomore. Free throw, no good. Hammer on the rebound. Just sounds good. It sounds
Yep.
good coming out. Here's McAdams. Into the lane, boy,
Nice
Mara.
take. That was a really
Got to
strong
finish up,
take,
Mara.
though.
Nice job, though. 54-33. Boy, Mara's really stepped her game up this year from last year. You can tell she's really worked
Yeah,
hard.
absolutely. She looks good.
Yep.
Strong takes to the basket, playing aggressive, under control.
McKenna. Don't dribble, just shoot that. You got 2 in a row, and they're giving it to you. Take it. Davies will come in. 54-33 with 5:19 to go. Hammer, no good. Rebound, Saloti.
Well, one thing I noticed, though, about Coach Goodman is when kids come out of the game or whatever on the bench, he's going over there, he's talking to them, he's instructing them, and no matter what the score is.
Absolutely. He
21
never
point
stops
game,
coaching.
I think that's something that people just kind of take for granted. They don't
They absolutely
realize that, but I think sometimes the best coaches show when they're going to stick with their kids and battle with them and continue to teach, and that's the most important part of the game.
Yep.
It's coaching. The game is teaching the game.
There you see Michael Goodman, head coach for North. Great friend of W7, and I'll tell you what, a great friend of girls athletics.
Yeah, like we talk about
He
coaches
gives his all
Yep,
for sure.
yep,
Those kids get
yep.
every ounce. First free throw is no good. That is 14 Davies. Ashley Davies, 5'10", freshman. Second one is in and good. 1 for 2 for Davies, and substitution for Mukwonago. Coming in is 25. Kylie Stark. You know what I love, Coach, and this will sound kind of corny, but I loved how Kylie just ran out on the floor. I mean, it wasn't like just like jogging out there. I mean, she's like excited to get me in the game. I'm
Yep.
ready to go. I love kids like that. We need more kids like that. It's an honor to get out there and on the floor and play the game. You could tell. I mean, she ran out from the half court. She was ready to go.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
Kids sometimes you get to this whole "I'm too cool to run hard." You know, don't be that. Don't be like that.
Nope, don't be too cool. Don't be too cool to do little things.
And I noticed Kylie's shoes last week. Those are some dope shoes. Those are 1986 specials. Those shoes. I'm telling you. Those things are neon lit up, ready to go. Watch an episode of Miami Vice for those babies.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
56-34, both free throws in and good. Timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching W7. Three, two, one. W7, 54 or 56-34, 4:34 to go. North ball trailing by 22. And again, Kelly McIntyre fouled out with 14:45 to go to Olivia Osborne. Left the game with about 13 minutes to go with a knee injury. She's no longer even on the bench. So
Yeah, she's on the bench.
oh, is she down there?
Yeah,
okay.
she's on
Oh,
the
good.
bench.
Good.
Yeah, she's got some eggs on her knee.
Well, hopefully it's not as serious as it appeared. We'll see. 56-34, 4:22 left.
With a knee, you just never
You
want to
never-
speculate.
yeah, no, you never know.
It's just hard to. Sometimes things don't look as bad as they are, or they
And
look
sometimes it's
worse
exact
than they
opposite.
are,
I mean-
and you just never know with a knee. So don't want to speculate anything.
Sarah Waller had a long
Nice
three.
job. Stay with good job sticking with that
Shot
play
no
though.
good. Coach, I keep hoping we're going to get a Supergirl moment with the basketball while you're on a broadcast here before Anna graduates, because I've had so many of them, but you're never on with me when it happens.
It happened at one of our, I don't know if it was at the boys' East game, like after we played, since we go back to back with them, or if it was at like a JV game, but that happened at one point, and I was like, "Where's Anna?" So I kept it alive just for you.
Bill, so her dad messaged me today. He said, I think you've made her the most well-known girls basketball player in the state with that Supergirl nickname. And I said, well, it's nice of you to say, but I think Anna made herself the most well-known player in the state with her work ethic and how hard she plays the game and what a great athlete she is. We just put a catchy name to it.
Yep.
Nice shot. There it is for two. Stark. I'm glad to see that right away. Kylie Stark gets on the board.
Yeah.
As you get rewarded, you run out on the floor with some energy, and, look at that.
Yeah, good things happen.
Good things happen. That's right. 58-34, 24-point lead. 3:13 to go. Stick around for the Zone Athletics Find Your Zone Player of the Game, and we're going to have a travel on 32. That is
I don't know how
McDermott.
that happened, I didn't look like a travel from here, but probably was.
24-point lead with 3:05 remaining. Reminder, tomorrow, 4 o'clock start, Pewaukee Marshall, live from Pewaukee. KO and the gang taking on Lutzy and the gang. That'll be a fun one tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
100% live, 100% free on W7. 4 o'clock tip. Pewaukee. We'll look for the line score from Mr. Berglund tomorrow morning. I'll be checking out that, see what the line is on that. He publishes lines on Pewaukee games for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, my girls were talking about it the other day.
2:34 to go. What was the line on the BC game? Were they favored?
8.5, I think. Yeah.
Giving 8.5 or getting 8.5?
They winning by 8.5.
Really? That's bold. They didn't cover.
Yeah, our girls didn't love that.
Well, they didn't cover either. It was a 2-point game, wasn't it? 1-point game.
Yeah, we almost actually tied it. Lil P's her toe was literally on the line to when the shot she hit, which would have tied it. the buzzer.
Why couldn't you guys have games like that last year when you played Kimberly when we did that tournament? Now we don't do the tournament this year, and it's 3 fantastic games, and you know.
Yep. I don't know.
And I'm doing 30-point blowouts. I mean, what the heck? You guys were down by 10 in the closing minutes, came back and almost won it, and
yeah, we were down 20 with 7 minutes left and
Yeah.
10 with 1 minute left. We were right there. Our girls don't give up, that's for sure.
I know they're probably laughing at me for not being there. Like, huh? See what you missed?
Yeah,
First
exactly.
free throw in and good. That is number 5. Rogozinski Taylor, 5'9" sophomore, 59-34. .152 left, second one in and good. Taylor hits them both 60-34, 26-point lead for Mukwonago with 150 remaining. Well, Northland will drop to 1-8 on the season.
There you go. Shoot. There you
There's
go.
a 3.
Yep.
Ashley
keep
Fink.
Playing, keep battling.
There's 2 Finks, Ashley and Sydney. Sophomores.
Are they
They are
related?
twins.
Okay.
1:20 to go. Thought McKenna might try that one from there.
Oh, I thought she was going to shoot it there. Oh.
1:12 remaining. 60-37. Boy, this game zipped right along, didn't it?
It did zip right
I know
along.
we had a couple timeouts with injuries, but I mean, overall, it just moved right along. Well, Coach, best of luck to you and the Lancers tomorrow with the
thank you.
really tough West De Pere team.
Yep.
Tell the girls hello for me. I'll be thinking of them.
I will. Yeah, we're ready to get back out on the court.
I'm ready to see them again. It's been too long. I miss those girls.
It's been like a month. I
Yeah,
know.
it's been
What
a
the
long
heck?
time. 60-38. We'll see you on January 14th when you guys take on Tosa East at BC.
DSHA.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, DSHA
Right,
on the
yeah,
14th. Yes,
DSHA.
yep. We'll see if Coach Hendricks is there. Jackie Hendricks expecting on the 13th, so
All right.
it'll be interesting to see what happens next week. 53 seconds and counting in this one. 60-38. 22-point lead for Mukwonago.
Hit it.
Rogozinski, no
Oh,
good.
Good look, though.
Rebound, Stark.
Nice job. Oh, little fancy.
Taylor
go.
Rogozinski for 3.
Nice.
Taylor heard me. I know what she did. I love it when the kids are down here this close and shoot because
They
I
can
know they
hear it.
hear me. 63-38 with 18 seconds to go. Nice shot by Taylor.
Hit it. Oh,
No good. 10 seconds. Hammer on the rebound. Boy, she's tall.
yeah, she is.
Says 6'1". I
Yeah,
believe
that's
it.
probably about it. Game over.
Final score, Mukwonago 63, Waukesha North 38. We'll be back with the Zone Athletics Find Your Zone Player of the Game. You have been watching W7. Coach, thanks as always. Let me get us on the camera here.
Oh, boy.
Get your posture
Yep,
back
yep,
going
here we
here.
go.
There she
Straight
is.
up.
So, Coach, as always, a pleasure. Thanks for everything.
Yep, absolutely.
Coach Mal, big supporter of W7 as always, and look forward to seeing you guys take on the Dashers on the 14th. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun. Yeah,
We've been
we're-
watching W7. We'll take a break, come back with the player of the game. We'll be right back. Uh-oh, Coach going to get a big hug here.
Good job. Oh, no, you didn't. Thought it was great. Tell him I said. Tell him I said you did great. You guys won by like 30. There'd be a
W7 Live, we are back with our Zone Athletics Find Your Zone player of the game. It is Mara McAdams from Mukwonago. Mara, nice game tonight.
Thank you so much.
Well, hey, physical game tonight, and, it's never easy in the Classic 8, is it?
No, it's not. It's been a tough year.
Yeah, and, it's a transition year. Obviously, got some seniors that you lost last year and a couple more that you're going to lose a lot of seniors this year, 7 of them this year, and but Coach Mal and I both talked about you've really worked on your game a lot this last year. It seems like you spent a lot of time in the off season getting better and improving, and the minutes, you can see the minutes are really going up for you. Thoughts on this team and what you guys are where you're at right now so far this year?
We're doing, I think, fantastic. Like, our team chemistry is amazing, and that's what makes our team so good. And we just keep working together, and that's why we're winning.
Okay, so here's the big question for you, Mara. Well, it's one of the big questions. In the first half, you there was a ball that was going out of bounds, and you I wish I could bring it up here, but you went out of bounds and saved it and threw it over your shoulder, and it literally bounced 3 feet in front of a sprinting Angie Serra, who was headed for the other basket. She was able to pick it up on the run and lay it up off the glass. So my question for you is, number one, was the pass intentional? Did you mean to do that?
No, I did not. I
You're
was
so
trying to
honest.
throw it back in.
I tried to tell Mara that she should take credit for it, but she's too honest to do that. But walk me through that play. What happened?
I just saw them looking to throw it back, so I got to grab that. So then I was like, oh, shoot. Oop.
It was perfect. So I would say I'd be shocked if it does not make our One Shining Moment video at the end of the year, because I'm telling you that thing was a spot on perfect pass. And we'll probably get a clip of it tonight. Yeah, put it up tonight for you. Mom will probably watch it 15 times. I put the over under as Mom watched it 11 times. So you'll have to tell me if it's more or less than 11 times that she watches it. Okay. Thoughts on this team? What are you guys playing your best ball right now, do you think?
We started off a little bit slow. Our offense just wasn't quite getting going. We were missing a lot of shots, but as soon as we got to our driving game, then that's where it stuck.
What coach say at halftime as far as adjustments go? Because it seemed like you guys really, obviously you got McIntyre to foul out, and then Osborne went out with the injury, which certainly impacted their scoring. But it seemed like you guys took control right in the first few minutes of that second half. What coach say at halftime to you guys?
He just said that if we get ahead, we got this game. And so that's what we did. We just kept driving, and we knew they were going to foul, and they did. So
talk about the two seniors. I mean, obviously there's a lot of seniors on this team, but talk about Drew Henning and Angie Serra, and just what they bring, not just on the floor, but as far as leadership, and really the senior class this year for you.
They're amazing. They're the glue. They're always picking us up. They're always guiding us on the court, and it's really fun with them.
Well, hey, nice job tonight. Good luck. We're going to see you guys in February when you take on Economawalk at your place. So you'll let me come down and hang out with you guys, right?
Yeah.
So Mara McAdams is our Zone Athletics Find Your Zone player of the game. And Mara, one last question for you. We'll let you get out of here. Everything W7 does, we do for who?
For the girls.
You've been watching W7. See you tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Pewaukee and Marshall live, 3:45 pregame, 4 o'clock tip-off, live on W7. Have a great rest of your night.